Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Hope you guys can hear me. Hope you guys can hear me. Hope you guys can see me. Hope all is well. I want to spend some time to speak about a few things. So I want to speak specifically about not reparation, separation. And although I do not refute separation, I absolutely do not. I wholeheartedly believe in separation. I wholeheartedly believe that black people, African descendants must be separated from our open enemies, from our oppressors. But I also think, or give the thought, like, what would separation look like? Like, in the event that we were separated, what would separation look like? Like, it's 47 million. It's 47 million of us. Like, what would separation look like with black people here in America? Now, we do know that a vast majority of those people are not going to choose to separate it because we already know that they're still connected with our open enemy. They still possess a colonized mind, and they're just in love with white people. You know what I'm saying? Let's cut the chase. We know what it is. A lot of our people are not going to be willing to separate from their open enemies. We love the slave master because he gives us nothing. But with that being said, I want to say, let's talk about the black nationalist community or the black Muslim community. Ain't that's one of our teachings, separation? You know what I'm saying? So, what would that look like though? You know what I'm saying? Will we take everything? Will we take the white man's folk ways, moral ways, culture, norms with us when we separate? And that's a good question. And I honestly think that would be a great dialogue to talk about, because we all know that a lot of our people, we come in different hues, different shades, even in our minds, even mentally, you know what I'm saying, psychologically, a lot in our minds, we think in different hues and shades. And that's something I want to speak about, because I intend to speak about a lot of things and subjects that the mass majority of our people refuse to speak about. And we're going to talk about colorism, right? Now, when we separate from our open enemy, who is going to be running the show? Who's going to be in leadership? How does government going to look like? Who's going to be in power? As far as is it going to be like some type of regime or whatever? That's something that we could talk about down the road. But my question is, I want to know is if black people is going to carry on white imperialism to the separate nation when we're separated. Because what I'm saying is, I basically believe, like, if we was to be separated with, black people being separated with all our different hues and different shades and colors, I don't think that there's going to be a true melanated love there. I just honestly don't believe that. And I'm saying this, I'm talking about the black nationalist community and the black Muslim community. I don't really think that there's going to be a true melanated love. Sincere, genuine, melanated love for our people. Like, I don't think that whoever's in power is going to be the vast majority melanated or dark skinned, you know what I'm saying? And that's what you see when you go all throughout the world. Well, not all throughout the world. When you go to Africa, specifically, when you go to Africa, the vast majority of Africa is dark skinned people. Now, African Americans, or FBA, Foundational Black Americans, I really don't care too much for those terminologies. I don't consider myself an American, African American. Technically, I would say that I'm a foundational black. I consider myself a descendant of slaves. You know what I'm saying? I consider myself a descendant of slaves from the transatlantic slave trade. That's what I consider. I don't consider myself a foundational black American. That's something that that's Tariq Nasheed thing. That's not my thing. But again, like I said, I want to know what this separation is going to look like, because I honestly believe that we're going to need two different separations. If we separate, I think we're going to need two different separations. I know this is going to sound crazy. I know it's going to hurt a lot of y'all or whatever, but I don't really think that all black people in America, most of the black people that want to separate is going to live happily together. Because I don't think I don't think that the melanated people is gonna get any love, man. And that's just my opinion. You know, that's just based off what I see now in the conscious community, or the leadership. Like I see, like Brother King Noble said, man, I see a lot of light skin supremacy, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just organizations and groups out there where the predominant leadership is light skin. You know what I'm saying? And that's just real shit. And honestly, I don't want to have nothing to do with that shit, man. I'm gonna be real with you, cause I'm real solid, or when it comes to my blackness. Like I don't play that shit. Like I don't all that swirling and stuff. Like mixed all that. I'm not into that stuff, man. So I don't know. It's just a lot of stuff in my mind, a lot of stuff to say. I'm just trying to make sure I stay on track, because I feel like I'm getting a little bit off track. But I just feel like, man, there's going to be two different separations, man. Because honestly, if I had it my way, I'm talking about me. If I had it my way, man, and especially if those reparations come through, man, I thought, if I think that I'm antisocial now and not willing to deal with people like that, if I think that I'm antisocial now, wait till I get those reparations. It's fucking on, bro. It's on, man. And I really feel like I'm really gonna be like off the grid, like isolated from the mass majority of black people. Cause let's be real, man. Like a lot of our people is gone, man. They are gone, bro. Like, and even in, like I said, in this black nationalist community, like even some of the brothers, like they still have these colonized minds, man. Like they still believe in white supremacy. Like when you look at certain traits and characteristics and the way they live and the way they move and the sisters that they choose to date, and the brothers that sisters choose to date, like we still on some light shit. Like we still on some white power shit. Like I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you based off what I see. I'm telling you based off the information that was gathered and given to me by other people that I spoken with. We still on some white imperialism shit, bro. And then, like I said, if I had it my way, man, I would acquire some land, a lot of land, yo. Like I acquire like shit, man, 1,000 acres, man, and I would take all my dark skinned brothers, man, with African phenotype, bro, and that's what type of shit I'm on. Let me be clear, man. Like I got a lot of love for my people, man. Like my real melanated people. Like I got a love for my melanated sisters, man. I'm not saying I don't have no love for black Americans or whatever, but man, I don't see the love, man. Like I've been through a lot of shit in my life, like and I don't want to use that disdainment to try to backlash, because but I still go through it to this day, like because of my dark skin and shit like that. And everywhere I go, when I leave out my house, whether it's my job, my place of employment, out in public, like the self-hate is just there, blunt, rating your face. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on some shit like, man, let them people do what they do, and live how they want to live and move how they want to move. And y'all want to lighten up the race, continue to lighten up and brighten up the race, y'all do that, man. We take these dark-skinned brothers and sisters, these melanated, beautiful, beautiful, melanated, dark, high cheekbones, and we'll take this group of people that want to keep the race pure, man. Because I ain't going to hold you, I'm on some Black Hitler shit, man. Word is born, like, I'm on some Black Hitler shit, bro. I want to purify the race, man. I don't want no swirling. I don't want none of my kids to be light. I want my kids to be blacker than me on some real shit. Like I feel like I'm a little too light. You know what I mean? I'm on the dark side for real, motherfucker. I've been discriminated against my entire life. Like, you feel me? So against white people, against my own people. So I'm talking about, I'm 34. My whole life I've been discriminated against till this day. Like, so I ain't got no hate. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no hate towards my people. I love black people, no matter what shade you is. And if I fuck with you, I'll fuck with you. You already know who you are, man. If you lighter than me, you light skin. And if I fuck with you, you got real, true, melanated love. That's what's up, man. But peace and power. My joint about to go out. I'm gonna speak more on this. Peace.